Have you ever felt that pain that seems to tear through your chest, mixed with such intense anger that it's hard to even breathe? Infidelity in marriage can be devastating, but what if I told you there's a way to turn that pain and anger into strength to regain control of your life? Today, I'm going to show you how to deal with these emotions in a way that not only brings relief, but also helps you rebuild your inner peace. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I'll be sharing the most powerful step to help you turn this page for good. 1. Recognize and accept your feelings. When you discover infidelity in your marriage, it's normal to be overwhelmed by a flood of intense and conflicting emotions. Pain may emerge as a deep wound, accompanied by feelings of rejection, while anger can ignite a desire for confrontation or even revenge. These emotions, although uncomfortable, are natural responses to a significant breach of trust. The first step in dealing with this situation is to acknowledge that these reactions are valid and part of the healing process. Denying or repressing these feelings might seem like a way to avoid the pain, but in reality, it only prolongs the suffering. Ignoring or suppressing emotions can lead to deeper emotional scars, which may manifest in harmful ways, such as accumulated stress, difficulty trusting again, or even physical health problems. That's why it's important to allow yourself to feel every emotion, even the ones that feel overwhelming. Recognizing your feelings means naming and understanding them. Ask yourself what you're feeling in the moment and try to identify the source of each emotion. For example, pain might be tied to feeling devalued or betrayed, while anger might stem from a sense of injustice or disrespect. This self-analysis isn't easy, but it helps bring clarity to what you're facing internally. Accepting your feelings doesn't mean you should fully give in to them or let them control your actions. Acceptance is about embracing the emotional experience as it is, without judgment. This involves understanding that feeling anger or sadness doesn't make you weak or incapable. It makes you human. A helpful resource at this stage is self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness and patience you would offer a friend going through the same situation. It's equally important to find healthy ways to express these emotions. Talking to a trusted friend, writing in a journal, or seeking a therapist are effective ways to externalize what you're feeling. Crying can also be a powerful emotional release, allowing you to let go of some of the accumulated pain. By recognizing and accepting your feelings, you take the first step toward regaining emotional balance. This process paves the way for self-understanding and strengthens your ability to face the next steps of recovery. Remember, it's a difficult path, but a necessary one to transform pain into personal growth and learning. 2. Avoid making rash decisions. When faced with infidelity in marriage, it's natural to feel like you need to act immediately to ease the pain or fix the situation. However, it's important to understand that decisions made in the heat of the moment, when you're overwhelmed by pain and anger, can have consequences you may regret later. Your emotional state is in turmoil, which can cloud the clarity needed to make choices that truly honor your long-term desires and needs. After discovering infidelity, many people feel compelled to react quickly, ending the relationship, confronting the spouse aggressively, or even exposing the situation to friends and family. While these actions may bring a temporary sense of relief or control, they can also further complicate an already delicate situation. That's why it's crucial to take a step back and allow yourself the time needed to process what's happening. This pause doesn't mean ignoring the problem or failing to act. On the contrary, it's an opportunity to evaluate the situation calmly and consider the implications of each choice. During this time, focus on self-care and stabilizing your emotions before making any significant decisions. If necessary, seek a neutral space, such as staying with a friend or family member, to create distance from the triggering environment and gain a clearer perspective. As you reflect, consider the following points. What are your values and life goals? Can the relationship be rebuilt in a healthy way? Or has trust been irreparably broken? Is there willingness from both parties to work on the issues? Answering these questions requires honesty with yourself, which is only possible in a more balanced emotional state. Making rash decisions often leads to regret because they don't account for the nuances and complexities of the relationship. Taking time to reflect is an act of respect for yourself and what you've built so far. This pause also creates space to consult with a therapist or counselor who can help you explore your options more clearly and objectively. If this content is helping you in any way to navigate this difficult time, I invite you to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. Your story or insights might inspire and support others going through a similar experience. Seek emotional support. Dealing with the pain of infidelity in marriage can be an isolating and emotionally draining experience. Many people feel shame, guilt, or fear of judgment, which can make it difficult to reach out for support. However, it's crucial to recognize that you don't have to face this alone. Having the right support can make all the difference in processing the hurt, anger, and confusion that follow an act of betrayal. Seeking emotional support begins with identifying people you trust who can offer a safe space for you to share your feelings. This might include close friends, family members, or even colleagues who you know will listen without judgment. Talking to someone who cares about you can help lighten the emotional load, allowing you to better organize your thoughts and understand your feelings. However, it's important to be selective about who you confide in. Not everyone is equipped to provide the kind of support you need right now. Some may respond with criticism or unsolicited advice that, though well-intentioned, could amplify your pain. Look for individuals who are empathetic, patient, and willing to simply listen without trying to fix the problem for you. In addition to reaching out to your personal network, consider seeking help from a therapist or counselor. Professionals can offer a neutral perspective and effective tools for managing the intense emotions you're experiencing. They can help you better understand the roots of your pain, process your anger in a healthy way, and even explore the future of the relationship, if that's something you wish to pursue. Support groups can also be incredibly beneficial. Joining a group where others share similar experiences can provide comfort and validation, reminding you that you're not alone in this journey. Hearing how others have navigated similar situations can inspire you and offer practical strategies for coping with your own challenges. Throughout this process, it's essential to remember that seeking emotional support isn't a sign of weakness, but an act of courage and self-care. Acknowledging that you need help and allowing yourself to receive it shows that you value your well-being and are willing to do what's necessary to recover. Betrayal can be a devastating experience, but with the right support, you can find the strength to overcome this difficult time and rediscover your ability to build a fulfilling and meaningful life. 4. Practice self-care. After enduring the pain of infidelity in marriage, it's common for intense emotions to consume much of your energy and attention. During these times, self-care might feel secondary or even impossible to prioritize. However, taking care of yourself is an essential part of the healing process, helping stabilize your emotions and rebuild the strength needed to face the situation. Self-care begins with the basics, addressing your body's physical needs. Betrayal can trigger symptoms such as insomnia, loss of appetite, or fatigue, which further exacerbate feelings of emotional vulnerability. Maintaining a balanced diet, staying hydrated, and establishing a sleep routine are crucial steps to ensure your body has the resources it needs to cope with stress. If sleep is particularly challenging, relaxation techniques like guided meditation or deep breathing can help calm your mind before bed. Physical activity also plays a vital role in self-care. Activities such as walking, running, yoga, or dancing not only help release built-up stress, but also stimulate the release of endorphins, often referred to as the feel-good hormones. Even if your motivation to exercise is low, starting with small actions can make a significant difference over time. Beyond physical needs, emotional self-care is equally important. Carving out time for activities that bring comfort and joy can help ease the pain and distract you from obsessive thoughts about the betrayal. This might include hobbies like painting, reading, gardening, or any other activity that allows you a moment of disconnection from your worries. If you enjoy writing, keeping a journal can be a powerful tool to organize your thoughts and reflect on your emotional progress. Connecting with nature can also be deeply restorative. Spending time outdoors, whether in a park, forest, or by the beach, provides a calming space for reflection and offers a sense of serenity amid internal chaos. Finally, it's essential to be kind to yourself throughout this process. Avoid pressuring yourself to move on quickly or blaming yourself for still feeling hurt. Self-care isn't just about taking action, but also about granting yourself permission to rest, feel, and heal at your own pace. When you prioritize your well-being, you're investing in your ability to recover and rediscover the intrinsic value you hold, no matter the circumstances around you.
If you're struggling with a difficult time in your marriage, learn how to deal with infidelity and rebuild trust in your relationship. The Happy Couples Guide is the resource you need to overcome this challenge and find happiness again. Get your copy now. Link in first pinned comment.
5. Avoid blaming yourself. Discovering infidelity in a marriage often triggers feelings of self-doubt and self-criticism. It's common for the betrayed partner to question their own worth, searching for reasons within themselves to justify their partner's behavior. Thoughts like, "Was I not enough? Should I have seen the signs earlier?" Or "Where did I go wrong?" may surface frequently, intensifying emotional pain. However, blaming yourself for the infidelity is a harmful cycle that not only delays the healing process but also perpetuates feelings of inadequacy. It's important to understand that infidelity is a choice made by the other person. While no relationship is perfect, and both partners contribute to its dynamics, the decision to cheat lies solely with the individual who chooses to break the commitment. Regardless of the challenges or difficulties that may have existed in the relationship, cheating is neither an inevitable nor acceptable solution. Shifting this responsibility onto yourself is unfair and clouds your ability to see the situation clearly. Blaming yourself can lead to internalizing negative messages that harm your self-esteem and hinder your emotional recovery. This may result in self-destructive behaviors such as social withdrawal, self-sabotage, or difficulty setting boundaries in future relationships. To counter this, it's essential to reframe these critical thoughts and replace them with a more balanced and compassionate perspective on the situation. A significant step is to remind yourself of your qualities and what you brought to the relationship. Reflect on times when you were a caring partner, the things you built together, and the efforts you made to overcome previous challenges. Recognizing your worth reinforces the idea that, regardless of the other person's actions, you deserve respect and loyalty. If self-critical thoughts persist, sharing your concerns with a trusted friend or therapist can be beneficial. Talking about these doubts in a safe environment can help you reorganize your feelings and understand that infidelity reflects the choices of the other person, not your value as an individual. Avoiding self-blame also involves practicing self-forgiveness. This is not an immediate process, but an ongoing effort to recognize that you did the best you could with the information and circumstances you had at the time. Over time, this acceptance can pave the way for rebuilding your self-esteem and confidence, allowing you to move forward with greater strength and clarity without carrying the burden of a guilt that was never yours to bear. 6. Communicate clearly. After infidelity in a marriage, communication can become one of the most challenging aspects to navigate, yet it is also one of the most essential tools for addressing the situation. Pain, anger, and confusion often make conversations difficult, leading to misunderstandings, heated arguments, or even complete silence. However, establishing clear and honest communication is crucial, whether you decide to rebuild the relationship or move on. The first step in clear communication is choosing the right moment to talk. Discussing the infidelity immediately after discovering it, when emotions are at their peak, may lead to emotional outbursts that don't contribute to resolving the issue. Take some time to process your initial emotions before addressing the subject. This doesn't mean avoiding the conversation, but waiting until you are in a calmer and more rational state to express your thoughts. When you decide to talk, strive to be direct and specific about what you're feeling and what you want. To understand, use I statements to avoid making the conversation feel accusatory. For example, instead of saying, "You destroyed me with this betrayal," try something like, "I feel deeply hurt and confused by what happened." This helps create a less defensive environment and fosters a more constructive dialogue. It's equally important to listen to what the other person has to say, even if it's painful. Allowing your partner to explain their thoughts and feelings doesn't mean justifying or accepting the betrayal, but it can provide insights into what led to the situation and whether reconciliation is possible. However, remember that you have the right to set boundaries during the conversation. If the tone becomes aggressive or manipulative, pause the discussion until both parties can speak respectfully. Clear communication also involves setting expectations for the future. If you choose to work on rebuilding the relationship, discuss the changes needed to restore trust. If you decide to end the relationship, be honest about your intentions and avoid leaving room for doubt or false hopes. As difficult as it may be, communicating clearly is an act of self-care and mutual respect. Openly expressing your feelings and needs not only helps address the immediate situation, but also demonstrates the strength and determination to value yourself and your emotions during such a challenging time. 7. Consider seeking couples therapy. When infidelity occurs in a marriage, the emotional impact on both partners can be overwhelming. Even if the couple decides to try rebuilding the relationship, dealing with the pain, anger, and broken trust can seem like an insurmountable challenge. In this context, couples therapy can be a valuable tool to help partners navigate this complex situation with the support of a qualified professional. Couples therapy provides a safe and structured space for both partners to express their feelings and concerns without fear of judgment or retaliation. In an environment facilitated by a therapist, it becomes possible to address issues that might otherwise lead to destructive arguments or emotional gridlock. The therapist acts as a mediator, helping the couple communicate more effectively and understand each other's perspectives. One of the primary goals of couples therapy after infidelity is to explore the underlying reasons behind the unfaithful partner's behavior. While this doesn't justify the betrayal, delving into the factors that led to it can help both partners identify issues in the relationship that may have contributed to emotional distance or disconnection. This understanding is not just about analysis, but also an opportunity to reflect on behavioral patterns and dynamics that need to change to prevent similar situations in the future. Another crucial aspect of couples therapy is rebuilding trust. Infidelity shatters one of the most critical pillars of marriage, and restoring this foundation requires time, patience, and effort from both partners. The therapist can help establish a clear plan for rebuilding trust, which may include practices such as increased transparency, commitment to behavioral changes, and honest dialogue about fears and expectations. Additionally, couples therapy can also help the betrayed partner process and manage their emotions in a healthy way. This includes working through pain and anger so they don't dominate the couple's interactions and fostering a space for self-compassion and self-care. Even if the ultimate decision is to end the relationship, couples therapy can still be a valuable tool to help both partners achieve emotional closure and move forward in a healthier way. Regardless of the outcome, the therapeutic process offers insights and skills that can enhance not only the current relationship, but also future interpersonal connections. If this video helped you reflect on how to cope with the pain and anger after infidelity, leave a like so more people can discover this content and benefit as well. Subscribe to the channel to follow other videos that can support your journey of healing and self-discovery. And let me know in the comments, What do you think could help the most during this challenging time? Your experience or question might inspire others.